They're going to wait for their names. Track 2. Notice all the different shapes that they're making with their bodies. Looks kind of interesting, right? So let's start with Sitlali. Have Sitlali come out of her tree and show us how she would move through the forest. So Sitlali's moving at kind of a quick tempo. She's taking some different pathways, flapping her arms and running. She's a very happy bird. Okay, Sitlali, come back to your tree. Find your shape. Let's have Kenneth come out of his tree. Show us how he will move. We'd like to see variety. So some of us like to run, but look at him changing his levels up and down. Interesting bird. Come back to your tree, Kenneth. And find your shape. Let's have Hasten come out of his tree. Show us how he can move as a firebird. So he's kind of moving at a medium level. Be careful of the curtain. Okay, now he's chassing, so kind of at a high level. Thank you, Hasten. Let's have Zoe come out of her tree and show us how she would move as her own bird through the forest. So Zoe's moving on kind of a circular pathway, flapping her arms like a bird. And I wonder if there's another way birds move other than running. Okay, come back to your tree, Zoe. Cesario, come out of his tree. Well, look at how interesting this bird is with his movement. He's moving in different directions. He's turning. He's on a low level. I would be fascinated if I saw that bird in the forest. Okay, Hasten. I'm sorry, Cesario, you can come back to your tree. And let's have Roxanne come out of her tree. Notice how the other dancers are keeping their shape. Talia and Gabriella are frozen in their shapes. She's running and leaping. Roxanne, can you come back to your tree? Let's have Jeffrey come out of his tree. Wow, look at him. So he's running and then he changed his levels to a hop at a low level. Now he's skipping, moving sideways, forward, sideways, backwards. Wow, look at all the variety in that bird. Thank you, Jeffrey. Come back to your tree. Let's have Kayla come out of her tree. So Kayla's changed her levels from up to down. She's going up and then to a medium level and skipping. Okay, come back to your tree, Kayla. Let's have Winta come out of her tree. A smooth energy she's running with. Okay, Windsor, come back to your tree. Let's have Giovanni come out of his tree. Look at Giovanni moving backwards, being very careful not to run into someone. It's not easy to move backwards like that. Good, and then he's taking an interesting pathway too, curving himself around people. He's got his hands, he's got his hands kind of shaped like a bird. Okay, Giovanni, you can go back to your tree. And let's have Maya come out of her tree. Maya likes to show us a sleepy bird. She just likes to dance with a real sleepy kind of energy. Dragging her feet a little bit. She's not really picking them up as she runs. I'm sure birds get tired too, don't you think? Okay, you can come back to your tree, Maya. Let's have Zakaya come out of her tree. Okay, Zakaya is moving at a medium tempo, which is nice. It's different than some of the others. Zakaya. And she's doing kind of a skipping chasse. She's doing a chasse moving forward. You can come back to your tree, Zakaya. Let's have Gabriella come out of her tree. Notice how some of the dancers are frozen in a body shape. Gabriella. You see how she's holding her arms really nicely in the same position. Come back to your tree. Let's have Natalia come out of her tree. Natalia's moving in slow motion. So this is one of our dance elements. Instead of moving quickly, she's moving slowly. Being very careful about her steps. She's taking a pathway in and out. And slowly moving her arms up and down like a bird. Natalia, you can come back to your tree and find a shape. And that's everyone. Thank you. So all the dancers, can you stand?